Welcome back to Downstairs and Dragons, where we're playing D&D in our basement as per our tradition. I'm Samantha, your DM, and we have Dusty playing Clay, Josh playing Doric, Adler playing Thalia, and Jacob playing Pantheo.
I'm trying to get my socks off.
What? Sorry. Okay. I was making faces because I'm trying to get my socks off.
So, right now, we are not at Candlekeep. We are starting our 8th quest.
It's cold.
And this quest was triggered by the Book of Cylinders, which you guys were on the lookout for, and eventually it was brought to Thalia. This was... Stop!
The water's cold!
Why are your feet in water?
Because I'm an old man and I got sore feet. Hey! Sorry. Oh, so cold.
I'm gonna throw shit at you.
I'm so sorry. It's so cold. You said that it would be okay. I don't know. It's going to be so cold.
So we're fighting crabs and eating out frogs.
No. Okay, so you guys got a
That's an interpretation.
prophecy that these serpents were going to come from the ocean and attack the frogs. The frogs are necessary to Candlekeep because they provide crab meat from their crab farms.
Great.
So in a perfectly neutral state, they want the frogs to be saved so that they can have crab. On an ethical state, we would like to save the frogs because they're a very lovely community of artisans and people. So you guys have all jumped on a boat from Candlekeep. You have sailed north for a day and a half or so, and now that it's sunset, you have arrived at the crab maze, which is what it is called.
Crab maze.
Crab
Arrive.
maze. Yeah.
Sounds crab maze.
I
I
love arriving at crab mazes.
Man, for a coastal town, there's not a whole lot of crabs here.
The key thing for crab mazes is you have to walk sideways.
I genuinely was going to look up if Crab Rave was Creative Commons, if I could use it, but I just ran out of time.
It's not.
Because that would be amazing.
Just 4 hours of crab rave.
Just have it going in the corner there.
Yeah, oh my god, with the dancing crab, yes. So, in the picture you guys can see crabs and people, but that's not what it appears to you. It is completely abandoned and damaged. Like I said, there's wood in the water, all the flags have sunken down or broken off. All the netting is bunched up in areas. The crab maze is incredibly destroyed. And with the last little bit of light, you can see the white smoke of a campfire to the south of the village, which is how you're coming from the south. So if you wanted to anchor the ship and take rowboats to the land, you could try to follow that smoke to find what is creating it.
Man, this place is fucked up.
It certainly seems as though we were a little late.
Maybe they lack it.
I don't think they do.
Let's anchor. Try to go further inland.
Oh, yes, that's right. With my captain's hat of water breathing.
I don't think we need to swim.
Not yet.
Oh, yeah. I am going to cast water breathing as a ritual. How many creatures do we have?
4.
Okay.
Well, it could just be 3.
If you lose your hat,
So we didn't bring any of our horses or animals or anything?
no.
Okay.
Horses on ship, I think.
I mean, it can, but why would you want to?
I love to let horses swim.
You could.
Okay, it grants up to 10 willing creatures the ability to breathe underwater for 24 hours. So I'm just gonna put that on Clay too, because it's free, and if he loses his hat, he can still breathe underwater.
Okay.
So it's like a second layer of hat.
I am going to cast Water Walk as a ritual.
Oh my god.
How long does it last?
Man, I like that magic. Let me feed off of it.
Yeah, how long is that? Go for
That one lasts an hour.
Jeez.
Yep.
But it's also up to 10 willing creatures.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
so
Creatures crouching
everyone
below
is-
lava can still take damage from the heat. Up to 10 willing creatures you can see within range. Visibility for the duration.
We can just walk across water, acid, mud, snow, quicksand, or lava as if it was harmless solid ground.
Well, that's going to be useful. So do you guys want to walk to land instead of taking a rowboat?
That will be easier.
Probably faster.
Yeah, man, and then we just ritual it back, man.
Assuming we're not on the run from giant, horrible serpents.
Nah, they'll be dead.
Or we will be.
It's
Either way, there's no problem.
both likely outcomes.
So you guys step over the edge of the boat, lower yourselves down the ladder to the water where you're able to get your bearings and stand on it. It's pretty still, so you don't have to worry about waves bouncing you up and down. You hear the like you're walking through puddles. As you all get down off the boat and start walking to land, you do notice dark shadows under the water moving.
That's probably all right.
Do you continue walking? Do you run? Do you go back to the boat?
Let's move faster.
I mean, it's water walking, not water jogging. I'm not sure how that would work.
Is there water speed walking?
You notice that if you walk too fast, you feel yourself sink just a little, just like an inch, and just your feet get wet.
Dog runs.
You're getting wet up to your ankles, your knees, just
How
trudging.
Splashing
how deep
everywhere.
is it here?
You can't tell. Not only is it dark, but there's so much algae and stuff underneath that it's creating fake bottoms.
Panthea goes into a power walk.
So you guys are able to make it to shore without being attacked. But the shore isn't really solid land.
Losers.
The shore is really just a bunch of grasses and roots that are maybe holding some mud to their bottoms. So every step you do sink in a good 6
A water walk would keep us on top of the
It
mud.
would, yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. But you can feel the grass every time you step. There's a squish. There's a yeah, and you have to step through all
This
these
is
grasses.
dividends, man. Hell yeah.
So this is
I love
exactly.
magic.
Sorry. This is exactly what they mean by difficult terrain. You guys are able to trudge through this in the sunset to try and find a campfire that is giving off smoke. And you are faced with some mist. So you have to go inland, maybe 50 to 100 feet. As the coastal mist clears, you get your first good look at the Grippli trading post. There is a ramshackle shelter. There are ramshackle shelters clustered around a large permanent building. The low rumble of many voices softly croaking can be heard as you walk up. What comes out of the permanent building is an entire battalion of the Grippli bearing weapons and waiting to meet these visitors. So I'm going to give you an idea of what kind of homes they have.
Well, we're friends, man.
They build huts out of mud and sticks.
Cute.
That are actually pretty sturdy and well made. So the permanent building looks a lot like this, and any homes would be just like one of those segments. And they're not square, they're more like round.
Okay.
So with you approaching, the Grippli come out. The Grippli are a frog people. I'm going to give you a zoomed in version. They're frog people who wear leathers and carry staves and swords and weapons just like anyone else. A closer look is they genuinely have like a frog-like face,
That's
frog-like hands, but more humanoid, shoulders, arms, torso. Something that I can't show on screen because I don't have like legal rights are all these other possible versions of a Grippli. So for all of you, I have pictures of Grippli.
Yes.
It's adorable. None of you can see this, but we can. It's adorable.
It's just a cute frog with cute eyes, in a sorcerer's cloak.
Oh, it's so cute.
In a traveling cloak. They range from colors of green to blue to red.
so cute, Clay wants to punch it.
But the use of sticks is very strong. Like all of them have walking sticks and staves. I-
Grippli.
Wow, you guys are cute and look dejected.
Little
it's
blue
a
guy.
knight. It's a little night frog.
The plate armors are not made out of metal. You have seen this before. They're made out of woven grass.
Ooh.
Cute.
And friendly little red
this
guy.
little bandana.
He's part of our rescue team.
Red rescue team.
I get it. Okay, so you guys, the four of you arrive, and little. Actually, how tall are the Grippli? I have their stats. Hold on. I don't know if they're 3 feet or if they're 6 feet.
If they're 3 feet, that's adorable.
Small. They're small, so that tells me they're like 3 feet, right?
Mm-hmm. Likely.
Because you guys are medium. So a bunch of little 3 feet frogs surround you with their spears pointed at you, and every once in a while you hear a like the
Chill.
croak or the.
Hey man, we come in peace.
Where are you from?
I
Across the sea.
Yeah, the keep of candles. Candlekeep.
They whisper, Candlekeep.
They're like birds.
You are welcome.
They're like
You are welcome here. Come see Pond Mother. And they lead you into the permanent shelter for you to meet the Pond Mother.
Well,
Which
this is probably pretty difficult for us to get in here.
oh right, it is the trading post, so it is built for other races to visit. Good question. The shelters are not tall enough for you to get into. The trading post is tall enough. 6 feet is, I mean, you're kind of ducking a little bit to get in the archways. But as you guys are brought into this mud hut, which does have actual like mud tile flooring, so you're not slipping and sliding and sinking into the grass anymore, you are able to stand on civilized floor. You come into this big open trading post, which was meant to be a place where they would stockpile goods that were meant to be shipped off. You can see that there's a lot of wood planks and wood boards that were probably used as a dock that they dismantled to hide where they are. So instead of having a bunch of wares and goods here, they really just have survival needs and things that they have brought in to hide themselves. In the middle, sitting on the only comfort is not a fish. She's sitting on a cushioned poof because she is quite old. She is an aged Grippli. You can tell she's old because she does in fact have wrinkles despite having the fleshy frog skin. Her mouth sags, her hands shake, but she is a very old Grippli, sitting there with her eyes shut. So you don't know if she's blind or just has them shut.
She's taking a nap.
She does react to everyone coming in. Welcome, travelers from Candlekeep. Have you responded to my prophecy?
Your prophecy.
The book with the clay. My name's Clay.
Well, I sent lots
Clay's book.
of
Clay's book.
prophecies to Candlekeep, and this particular prophecy of the serpents has come true.
Yeah, we're here to kick their butts.
Bad time, man.
We did come in accordance with the prophecy.
We've come to save the crabs.
Well, we've come
We've come to set
the
things
Grippli.
straight again.
Not just the crabs. The Grippli.
I'm sorry, I think I'm confused. Are you guys in need of saving too?
Yes, we. She like croaks as she's trying to talk in common, and she for a moment speaks in another language. I'm pretty sure at least one of you recognizes. Doric, you know how to speak primordial, right?
Do I?
Or no, maybe you
I
don't,
think I might.
because your god's language is Ignan. But
I know Common, Linen, and Elvish.
okay. Does anyone speak primordial?
I do not.
No.
Even with your grave card, you don't.
No.
Hold on, I think I can help out. And Pantheo will wild shape into a giant frog.
Does it speak primordial?
I don't think so.
No.
It speaks amphibian.
Who has the helm of comprehend languages?
So that's like turning into like a giant ape to try and
Do I
talk
have
to a
it?
human.
Did we ever get it back from Gumbo?
Gumbo still has the.
So she is going to attempt to
Really?
still speak to you in
I
common.
don't remember that, honestly. Gumbo definitely didn't give everything back, and if he had the helm of comprehend languages, he likely still got it.
She goes,
Yeah.
you grand adventurers who came to help, have you encountered Yuanti?
I don't like tea.
Does anyone want to roll,
I sure do.
Oh,
preferably nature? And I'll take religion as well.
I'm proficient in both.
Clay, I could see you doing
12.
nature, but I could see Doric doing religion.
Wowie, I got a
12.
6.
You are my guy.
Josh knows what you want.
You are my guy.
Anyone else?
We got an 18.
I got an
Oh,
at
cool.
6.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with Those of you who got really low,
We did.
you don't know. You said that one, right?
I said nat 20.
What?
Yes. I was sitting here, I was going like, you're my guy.
Honestly,
You're my
your
guy.
memories of Yuan-Ti are from the grave card.
I can't talk about it then.
You can talk about it, you just can't explain what happened to you.
Oh, I can't explain to you guys why I know this, but Yuan-Ti is, start talking, I'll start
Well,
moving
and
my mouth.
Pantheo knows a good, decent amount about this too. So they are a people, you could call them a snake people, but some of them aren't all that snake-like. They worship snake gods, and there's and this is the nat 20 part, okay?
Oh.
There's a divide between them. There are kind Yuan-Ti who worship their original snake god, and there are cruel Yuan-Ti who worship a war god who is pretending to be their snake god. So after you fill all that in, she goes, "Thank you for putting it in your language." Yes. A group of Yuan-Ti came 1 month ago.
That is a very long time ago. Where were we a month ago?
They said they were very polite. They were very kind. Opposite of what I have seen of the snake people before.
Did they want anything?
Yes. Far to the north of the village is an old temple. They wished to excavate in the name of their scaled mother. A whole mile away, we saw no harm. No reason to refuse their motives. Seemingly innocent. But soon after, more snake people arrived.
Okay, good
Sneeple.
snakes.
Sneeple. The Sneeple.
Good snakes.
She croaks a couple more times. They attacked with weapon and with claw. We could not resist. They would capture. Some of us here escaped. We are hoping, while you can save the village, we're hoping at least one egg has survived. And many of them are somber. They're holding their hands together. They're looking at the ground. If frogs could cry, they would be crying.
Do you also have woman rock?
Not any longer. It is my job to teach the younger.
They have no woman rocks anymore.
Due to the snake.
Pantheo licks his own eye,
Amazing.
and then the saliva looks like a teardrop.
Oh, gotta put that tear up there. Stamp.
Yeah, exactly. And then
So where did you store your woman rocks?
In the village, to the north of here. And she points north.
And you said there is a temple to the north as well?
Further north.
Do they know you're here yet?
I cannot say. It would make sense they would find us eventually. And then croak, and I have been able to keep us hidden. And then she does like a prestidigitation to show that she has magic.
Then how did we find you? What?
We have a smoke symbol that is meant to guide those that are allies.
The serpents in the water probably wouldn't be able to see the smoke from underwater.
We saw shadows on our walk here. Underwater.
There's always things in the ocean. The crab maze keeps our crabs safe. from any predators.
What is crab maze?
The docks. The weaving docks to keep our crabs safe that have been destroyed, and our crabs are gone. Looking around in the mud huts, you do see a lot of statues that have been crafted, sculpted out of clay. All of their vases, all of their statues either have a frog motif or a crab motif. There's a lot of like crab and then a frog sitting and meditating on the crab shell, which looks so fucking cute. So there's a lot of that everywhere. So they have a good relationship with the crab.
Pantheo like launches his tongue at the crab, like the crab statue, and realizes he can't see it, and just like really dejectedly brings his tongue back into his mouth.
The crab maze is to the west of where we are now.
Is there any reason for us to go there?
No, not at this time.
I mean,
However, she looks at your feet and how you guys are walking. It may be easier to enter the village from the docks. So what she's saying is you could go to the crab maze in order to enter the village instead of trying to climb over trees that are growing out of the water and blah blah blah.
it's too bad we cannot fly. Damn it, bird people.
The village has many things left there if they haven't been destroyed. As allies of Candlekeep, we would love to return to our trading relationship.
Okay. Do we want to go to village?
I'm very curious about this temple.
Pantheo jumps up and down.
I believe we have to go to village to... Village is on the way to temple.
That is true.
Do we have to go on the ship again?
No.
Okay, cool, because I'm not drinking and driving.
I give a froggish shrug.
Mm-hmm.
Froggish shrug. I poke you.
You poke a very black frog with green highlights.
I also poke you.
He's warty.
She does gesture at the area around her and goes, "It is night. You are welcome to rest until sun."
That is probably a good idea, actually.
Yes, let's not travel in the darkness.
May I ask, will our ship that's out yonder that we traveled here with, will that be okay out there? Will that be safe?
They will see it. If for somehow you could move the ship here into our space, it would be hidden.
Is there a way that I can maneuver this ship to get into here?
You're 100 feet in. No.
Do we have anything on the ship that we don't
No.
want things getting?
Only thing is we will have no way back to Candlekeep unless Pantheo would like to keep casting that spell over and over again for over 20 hours.
Or you just walk through the cloakwood, which you've done before.
If he
We
turned
just took
into
the fast
some
way
sort
here.
of giant bird and we all flew on his back, that would be...
No, saying if they destroy the ship, getting back to Candlekeep.
Pantheo turns out of his frog back to a cat.
Yeah,
I
there's
can't
a long
fly.
way around.
Why can't you fly?
We took a
Because
shortcut by...
I
by
stopped
water.
pursuing my druidic craft for something holier.
So,
I see.
between Josh and Adler, the table, that is essentially, yeah, like your finger like way lower, like all the way down at the table. That's where you guys are at this trading post.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, like down here.
It's like,
Right there, yeah, where Josh is pointing. That is where you guys are. So
Yeah.
you are south of the crab maze and the village. So that village is that big open green space. In the very top right is the old temple that's a mile north. Which you could either take the river, or you could walk through the woods or fly or whatever.
Just nothing. She ain't even notice.
But she's recommending you go up to the crab maze and then walk your way over the breakwater into the village.
You didn't notice anything, did you?
I vaguely saw hands moving.
It was intimate.
Let's just leave ship there.
Alright.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm sure it'll be okay. Hey, if it gets destroyed,
Someone's gonna
Candlekeep was
steal our
asking
ship.
for us to help, so...
We're gonna
it is what
lose
it
the
is.
ship, and then we're gonna lose our pay.
It's not our ship.
Yeah, but we
It's
have
the ship
requisitioned
we
it, and if we do not bring it back, they are going to charge us. I feel it within my bones.
I think that if we explain to them that it was destroyed by these serpents, that they may be understanding that it was a very dangerous quest. So if anything happens, there may be an out. If we're just honest with them and let them know, hey, there was some things that destroyed the ship. There was
Or
nothing we could do.
We could just go try to intimidate everything around the ship and kill it.
Or we could sleep on ship.
True.
I don't see why we wouldn't take the frog's hospitality. They've been very kind so far.
I'm gonna just punch the water.
I did
That's
not
what
understand
it
anything they said when I was a frog. I thought it would help. It did not.
does.
Keep talking.
Personally, I'm going to sleep here. You can all do whatever you please as long as you don't get eaten by snakes.
It's impressive how far you've come from, now you're like sleeping in a mud hut, man.
It's nice. Well, what do you mean how far I've come?
You went from starting in country to then living in a library back to frog country.
It wasn't frog country. It was more cow country.
So it's basically the same thing but wetter.
Frog. You know,
This is actually crab country.
Crab
this
country.
is crab country. Yeah.
So it is
Crab
cow
country.
country but crunchy. I'm going to sleep here. I don't care about ship.
If they wanted us to care about the ship, I think they should have told us to care about the ship.
The only problem is getting back to Candlekeep.
I mean, Kreka really did not. Was it Kreka? Yeah, Kreka gave us the ship.
Yeah.
Kreka was pretty nonplussed about the whole ship thing, so.
I mean, it is like their only ship left.
I'm not troubled, and I recommend none of you be troubled either.
I'm sure we'll be fine.
If the ship goes down, we just have to help the carpenters or shipwrights make a new ship.
I don't feel we have to help them at all.
This is.
Which, honestly, I know how to do.
There you are then.
You're such an interesting man, Clay.
Yeah, I learned it when I...
Naturally.
Yep. Correct.
Well. So
So I take it we're sleeping here tonight, right?
yeah, I think
Okay.
that's the conclusion, and naturally you've become Frog Mommy. We will take your
Frog mommy.
Pond Mommy. We will take up your
Oh my God.
hospitality.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I love it.
She's a pilf.
Is
A
is
filth.
Pantheo gonna
She's a filth.
seduce
Filth?
the Grimble? The Grimble?
No.
Grippli.
Grippli.
No, thank you. I have
Yeah.
Also,
a beautiful girl back home that I talk very awkwardly to.
that you want to mix with.
I hate myself for that.
So
Anywho,
you guys settle in on the mud? Where are you sleeping?
In the trading post.
On the ground? Okay.
I'm gonna set up a shelter of sorts.
Oh yes, okay.
Yeah.
They'll keep you dry at least. Okay, you guys set up a tent in a trading post on bedrolls. And you wait until morning. Nothing happens tonight.
Y'all ever sleep on a mud floor before? It's exfoliating.
It's like actually softer than our first beds at Candlekeep.
Yeah, those were just stone.
The can you roll Arcana for me, Delia?
Yes, I can.
Dirty 20.
Okay. What you can ascertain is the magic that the Pond Mother is using is not humanoid magic. She effectively has some sort of hollow spell going that, instead of targeting celestials, fae, fiend, whatever, it essentially protects the frog people from their predators. So it would be like monstrosities, birds, like anything that would eat a frog person can't like see or find them in this space. It could see or find you. You are not a frog person. So it's literally like it could smell human. It could smell tabaxi. So it's something that is specific. It's like a cloaking magic that is specific to the Grippli. You can't learn it. It's unique to her. It's unique to them.
Okay.
So it protects them. But knowing that now that it protects them, you now know that if you guys do anything too smelly, you could reveal your location.
I do also have Leomund's tiny hut that we could chill in.
If you feel like it.
I probably feel safe enough inside this,
Storm tent.
well, inside the trading post. Frogs will keep us safe.
Didn't we come here to keep them safe?
Dora crawls out his bedroll,
We came here to make them safe.
lays down, takes out his blanket, and is out in like 3 seconds flat.
I mean, they seem pretty, like, you know, self-sufficient for keeping themselves safe.
I mean, there's a bit of quiet desperation going on here. I don't know about all that self-sufficiency.
I would say there's at most 25 people here. Any other thoughts before going to bed?
Mm-mm.
I don't know if I can take a nap.
So you guys go to bed and you wake up in the morning. I will say that it might not have been the most restful sleep because they can't help but croak a little bit. As much as they're trying to hide, the croaking did come out. They did croak throughout the night, and it was definitely louder than you normally hear when sleeping next to a pond. You know, because all night you're like, it was a bit louder because it was right next to you and from something much bigger. You think that maybe it was their form of snoring or hiccuping or coughing. Like, even the ones awake would do it. So it was kind of an odd sleep night. But you are able to wake up fully rested, you get your spell slots back, and the sun is rising. So now you guys can go out and venture in the daytime. They are walking about trying to feed themselves what little they could find. They're eating bugs that they foraged, roots that they've picked from the cattails.
But I don't have to.
They're changing of the guard. Some are taking off their armor to lay down. Some are putting on their armor to switch.
I kind of prefer it when it's a debuff.
Are you ready to go adventuring?
Yeah, I'm gonna just, you know, before we set out, you know, do 10-minute ritual to get everyone to water walk again, just so we can avoid difficult terrain. That difficult terrain.
Same for water breathing. Let me see what I can prepare spell-wise as well.
Nice, slow, gentle start to this quest.
I don't think invisibility will be quite as useful, because I imagine we'll be like trudging through or on top of water, and like they'd be able to see that if we're even if I'm invisible. So I'm gonna swap that out.
Also, my nose wasn't just bad.
Good.
That was feral stuff.
Sorry, I'm taking out. I'm
Level
starving.
for wizard.
No, it's okay. Hey, since you got that bag open, I'm gonna crack the next one open. Do you want one? Kevin?
No, I was just watching.
Alright, I am ready.
I'll take one.
Go for it. Anybody else want some?
I do enjoy a cool
Oh,
ranch.
we've started a bucket of shareable snacks upstairs. It says snacks to share on it. It's a whole bucket.
I'm good. I'll grab some of that.
Very nice.
Okay.
Alright,
We can get a plate.
Thank you.
Yeah,
let's do this.
welcome. No problem.
Right away, I was like, hold on, guys. I have an idea. And Pantheo starts drawing a little, like, compass in the ground as he's ritual casting locate animal. And he draws, like, a little crab on the middle of the compass.
Okay.
And then puts his druidic magic into the ground.
What's the range on that?
And then it points to
I don't think it's long. 5 miles.
Holy shit!
So
You're
does
looking
that
for a giant
find
crab.
a specific animal or just
Describe or name a specific kind of beast or plant. Concentrating on the voice of nature in your surroundings, you can learn the direction and distance to the closest creature or plant of that kind within 5 miles, if any are present.
Okay. The closest one
I'm locating the crabs.
It points northwest to the crab maze, so you could use that to find your way through the marsh.
Okay. This is some form of natural revelation. There are crabs in the crab maze.
That makes sense.
My head goes like my eyes are in the back of my head. Oh.
All right. So, to get started, I'm not going to do a full skill challenge. I couldn't figure out how to do a full skill challenge for this. So instead, you just have to pass a bunch of DCs.
You said you got all those super spice ones.
Good. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Yes.
Just want to burn your mouth with Cool Ranch seasoning.
Yeah.
Just, yeah, here, you go ahead. Yeah, you snort that thing.
I'm so happy. Okay. So I normally don't like ranch except for Cool Ranch, right?
It's like pure dopamine.
The restaurant we went to had like house ranch, like homemade ranch.
Cadillac Ranch.
It was so
yeah.
good. Like, oh my god. Okay. Yeah. So, to get started, you guys are about to trek through the marsh, and you have water walk on you, so that makes it a lot easier. But could you please give me an dex save just for general, like, tree branches in your way, roots in your way,
All
random
of us?
crap. Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh,
Ow.
no.
Shit. Fuck. 13.
I got an 8.
Wow.
We're doing dex saves.
Mm-hmm.
Just dozens of branches just thunking against Thalia's face.
1d2.
16.
Okay. Because of your water walk, it did reduce the difficulty down to 5.
Wow. Okay.
But your 2, you just...
No, I got 22.
Oh god.
You gotta enunciate.
Shit still happens. You
Yes,
still...
gosh.
Every once in a while you trip a little bit, you end up on your knees, it's fine, you get back up.
Rough, difficult terrain doesn't affect me.
You guys do get to
When you're
a more
sprinting.
bayou-like area of
Final
the marsh.
sprint.
And you do
Slow
have to...
down.
You do have to balance on floating logs in order to... Well, no, you don't. You have water walk. Never mind. So now you're just stepping over the logs to make sure you don't trip.
You'd be good to float on top of.
Yeah. So you guys are able to walk your way all the way to the crab maze in the daytime. And this picture doesn't fit because it's for nighttime.
Have you ever seen 3 turtles stacked on top of each other on top of log?
Never.
No.
Love it.
Me either.
You just thought of that off
Yes.
the cuff?
I feel like it would be cool to see stacked turtles.
I don't feel like they would like
Turtles.
Hold on, I can take 10
Turtles.
minutes and try to find the turtles.
Turtles.
Okay, so now that you are arriving at the crab maze, you can
Yes.
see your ship
Turtles.
off
Yes.
to the left.
Turtles.
that. Yes.
Columns of stone with
Are you all
platforms
right?
built
Doric
around them,
is obsessed with turtles.
connected by
This is
rickety-looking
breaking my
gangways that touch the sea or disappear beneath the frothing waves, are arrayed before you. In the distance, you can see the marshy shore connected. Dark shapes move under the surface, and flashes of a red carapace draw your eye. This is not a safe place. There's nothing preventing these crabs from moving freely through the crab maze or climbing out, as it's been so badly damaged.
This is not my safe space.
Getting to the village is the character's first challenge. Alright.
We gotta get to that village.
Turtles.
A lot of the gangways are submerged by water up to 2 feet. So again, you have water walk, you're going to be fine. The problem is you're going to be walking over open water where there's definitely bright red carapaces underneath the surface. So my question for you is, do you try to wander in a way that you avoid any dangers, or do you just do a beeline?
Guys, the crabs are fine.
I don't think they are. I think they're upset.
We did not ask. We should have asked if they were okay to approach.
Cast sending.
I
You
will
want to
not.
roll history for me?
You
Any of
know,
us? Or
Any?
Nope.
History's a 14.
history's a 10.
oh my
I wish I would have gotten that
God,
roll.
I'm not rolling good right
Let me tell you
now.
something
Well, I
about
dropped the
crabs.
dice all
They got
night.
claws.
14 was the highest?
Got a 7.
Pantheo, I might not have said this on camera, but you remember when Krakow was explaining the Grippli and the crabs? The reason it's so important that the Grippli maintain these giant crabs is they're viciously aggressive, and the only beings to have ever tamed them have been the Grippli.
And hold on, I think I'm having a Kreka moment. The Gripplis tame incredibly aggressive crabs.
We should talk to that snow leopard lady about that.
About the aggressive crabs?
Yeah.
Not that kind of crab. That kind of crab.
Oh, that makes more sense.
So yeah, we best not try to interrupt their day.
I mean, they are on bottom of water.
And we're on top of water.
I have to check the map. So are you guys going to go around them or just expect to run into them?
I think we should.
Let's give them a respectable birth.
Yes. I do not think they have woman rocks though.
So,
Time to birth the crabs.
the book has accounted for this. You must roll stealth to get past them, and you're realizing with those big protruding eyes that sometimes appear out of the water, these crabs can see extremely well. You will need to have... Oh, and they can feel the wave vibrations as you guys walk across the water.
Good lord, these
You-
are sensitive crabs.
You will need to have extremely good stealth. And do me a favor, don't look at the TV screen. There we go.
Pantheo got
A
a
little better.
23.
Clay got a 25.
23, 25, fantastic.
16.
Oof.
14.
Well, the two of you that did not roll well enough, you did stumble into the water a couple of times, creating ripples across the surface, and you immediately see these crabs start moving around to go look and see what's going on. So these... Huh.
Just want you to know, when we were getting ready to stealth, Clay gets into his position.
His crab stealth position.
Everybody walk sideways.
Clay is sneaking sideways with his slippers of spider climbing and his cap of water breathing.
Slippers that are useless right now.
Your slippers are really wet.
Yeah, they are.
I'm seeing if crab is in here. That's just crab. Can I have giant crab?
So like me, because slippers of spider climbing, I feel like they're like webby or whatever. I feel like that's what Clay's initial reaction to putting those slippers on was the same as me putting my feet into that cold water.
So the good news about the giant crabs is they are not classified as large beings. They are classified as medium.
Okay.
Medium crab.
Pantheo
A
rolled so
crab
well, I don't even know where
exactly
it is.
the size as me. That doesn't sound like good news. It sounds like a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
Getting flashbacks when they
So they're
pop
starting
on
to come out of the water. They're going to come at you. You can try to stealth one more time. They will try to find you while you're hiding.
So
Or you can run.
my mind, like how I'm picturing this, where they come up out of the water, it's reminding me of like the first time when like the lobsters or the crabs in Elden Ring pop up out of the flipping water, like in Liurnia and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
How many of them are there?
Do all of us have to, or
6.
just the ones that didn't?
Just the two that didn't.
Since I have advantage, or since I am proficient, can I give them advantage on this one?
Yes, you can help them.
I'll give one of you guys advantage.
Maybe you're next to Thalia and you grab her and
Yeah.
the wrist. Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
could stealth. I might want to cast a spell, but it wouldn't stealth. It would like slow them down if we wanted to run.
Oh yeah, you could slow them down.
Excuse me.
Are there like I see there are some like flag posts jutting out. Would I be able to like cast web between like two posts?
Yes, you could do it on a spot where they would have to climb out of the
Yeah,
water.
something like that, and then we just book it.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, so you cast web in front of them, so you guys can just run. So all of a sudden we see Pantheo and Thalia just take the fuck off. And Doric and Clay are just like...
No, I feel.
No. Pantheo and Clay.
Oh, Pantheo and Clay are just waiting. Doric and Thalia just take off running. And the crabs start trying to get over there and they start fucking around with the web and pinching at it. So you guys are able, Doric and Thalia, you are able to get away from the crabs and get over to the breakwater. And the crabs are held back. Now, however, they have started to cut through the web and make their way past it. You are far enough away that you're fine. But Pantheo and Clay, you either need to stay still until the crabs go back underwater, or you need to stealth your way up to the rest of the party. Who are like 300 or 400, 500 feet away.
They're that far away already?
Pantheo goes from doing the crab to then just makes a little walking
guy.
little walking guy. And he begins to start to stealth.
Okay, please for your 200th feet, roll stealth again.
It's a 23 again.
What?
That's all your fucking phrases.
What's your stealth?
Apparently. Oh, 19.
Pantheo, you're able to walk past these crabs and they
What?
don't notice you.
It has to
Clay.
be over 20?
Clay, you are catching up behind Pantheo, and the crabs are like kind of dicking around, looking around, trying to find where the others ran off. And one of them catches you and starts to turn its direction at you and starts to go frothy, frothy, click, 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 frothy, frothy, and the others start to notice and turn around to look for you as well. Do you jump down and hide, or do you run?
Well, if I run, then Pantheo also has to run.
No, it doesn't. They haven't noticed him at all.
I'm stealthy. You have the crab's ire.
I mean, I could absolutely outrun them, however.
Yeah, you can outrun them.
Huh?
There's no downside.
There's no downside. Clay jumps down and hides. Tries to.
Roll stealth.
That is a 23.
Good. You are able to hide from them. They lose sight of you, but they are coming over to investigate. So it is time for you to catch up with Pantheo and stealth one more time. Or you can wait for them to not find you and walk away. Which one would you rather do?
What do I have to roll if I wait for them?
Nothing. I roll to try to find you.
I don't like your rolls. I'm stealthy. I'm sorry, you roll way too high as a DM. I roll again for stealth.
Sure. Their perception is -5. Are you sure?
I just got 25.
Okay, yes. Okay, so you're able to catch up to Pantheo. They're investigating the spot where you disappeared. You guys are now at 200 feet. For the next 100 feet, I need another stealth roll.
I'll take it.
Modified 20.
Ooh.
26.
Okay, next 100.
Oh, again?
Yeah, we gotta get you
Oh,
to 400.
fucking A.
Fucking bucket.
21.
Just fucking bucket.
Yeah, just run.
They're like 200 feet away at this point.
They are about 200 feet away from you. They do notice you, Pantheo. You have 100 feet left to go. You want to run or do you
Pantheo
hide?
is going to use his feline agility ability to double his movement, dash, and get the hook out of there with 120 feet.
Okay. Amazing.
That's so disgusting.
You catch up to the other two who are waiting for you at the breakwater. Well, you're able to sneak the rest of the way. If you could just roll me one more stealth.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, at this point, I'd be surprised if they see you at this distance, but please still roll it.
I'm still up there. 24.
After negotiating the maze, the characters come upon a low wall that the Grippli have constructed to keep sea creatures away from the village and to protect the lagoon on the other side from the rough water when a storm is raging. This breakwater is made of intertwined branches and reinforced by tough vines. Hinged on the sides and split in the middle, it can be opened to allow the passage of small boats. In the open position as it is now, the breakwater is not designed to prevent entry into the village by anyone who can simply climb up or over it.
They fly your boats.
You
Yep.
can walk right through the open part across the water if you want to. It is open. However, you will be in full view of the village. Do you guys peek in?
I'm going to pick my head up and see if I can see anyone moving around in the village.
Oh yeah, with your fucking perception.
Just so you know, I'm waiting for Dork to do that, and then Clay's just gonna walk up the wall,
Okay.
so I can open the way
I
for
rolled like shit.
So, the first thing is a lot of the missing boats are in the lagoon.
But that's a 24.
If you're able to see past the boats into the village of Grippli huts, you are able to see some medium-sized monstrosities skulking about and patrolling the village.
There
That's
are
not great at all.
There are patrols of things inside the village. Large
Because
beings.
because you have boats between you and them, and they're not particularly watching the opening in the breakwater, you could just walk right through. And then the hard part is getting up close to the land, so you would want to roll 1 stealth to sneak up onto the land.
We could. Can you drop other rock or is it not good? Is it not concentration?
No concentration.
That's annoying. How long has it been? Because that only lasts an hour.
It's not been a whole hour.
Damn. I don't think we should go up straight in. They would probably see us.
Is there a way we can go around?
We can follow ocean wall around
Guys?
to the land.
I'm all happy. We don't have a DM anymore.
I had to throw away the breadsticks!
Oh, there she is.
I don't know what to do anymore.
Should we go? Let us, since Grippli are from south, they are probably looking more south. Let us go north around and come from the north southward towards the big village.
I
So
think
around
that's
that
a
much.
reasonable idea.
Yes.
Okay. Alright. So you guys want to go along the north side and come down into the village from the north.
Wait, should I be climbing back up and over to them then? Because I went up and over so I can open a way for them.
No, it was already open.
What? Then why then?
You didn't
I
have
didn't have to.
I'm not even going to make you guys roll stealth for this. That's a very good plan. You guys are able to go inside the breakwater and take the long strip of land all the way around the north side of the lagoon. It does take a couple... I want to say it takes at least an hour. It's like walking around a lake, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it takes about an hour. You guys get around the north side, and you are in the trees to the north of the speckles, to the north of the village.
Before we go in, Pentheo, would you want to cast a spell again?
You want to kiss?
Which one do you want?
Water walking.
I can do a couple others, but I will.
But if you do water walking, we can, if we are in danger, we can just run out into the middle of lagoon and they cannot get to us as easily.
Yeah, for sure. Pantheo starts rifling in his bag for a while, pulls out a cork, puts it in a little glass, and just pours nature juice into the cup.
Nature juice. Is that like...
That's druidic power, baby.
I see.
It's like I think it just looks like you're dripping like some of those mushrooms do that they drip like blood almost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool.
Condensation.
Yeah, but so the water gets all fungusy. The cork sprouts a couple, little mushroom stalks, and then okay, it should be good now. The ritual is over.
So we take like 10 minutes to cast. Okay, cool. 1 more hour of walking on water.
So, the Grippli village... Wait, why would you need to walk on the water?
In case we have to run away.
The Grippli village is set near the sea in a brackish marsh. Rising from the muck are circular domed mud brick buildings that the Grippli use for homes and storage facilities. The carapaces and claws of giant crabs are featured heavily in the architecture, mostly as shingles, but you can effectively move carefully around the village because you have not been seen yet. The Yuan-Ti are wandering around and speaking to each other in a language that none of you recognize.
Probably Yuan-Ti.
The ground throughout the area is damp and soft at best, so staying dry is going to be impossible. You also might leave footprints. You do see a dozen or so Grippli warriors remaining in the village, and they're being bossed around by the Yuan-Ti, being grunted, pointed at things, and shoved.
Captain.
They all are showing signs of abuse from their treatment. Some are in a state of mourning and seem to be crying or staring off into space. Others have massive bruises. Some seem to be holding broken limbs that are not bandaged.
I want to get a count of how many Yuan-Ti
How many Yuan-Ti?
see in the village.
How many you want to see?
I don't know why you guys keep asking if I want tea.
You do see there's a very, very large building in the middle of the village that during your time with the Grippli, they explained that the Pond Mother has a religious temple, a religious center in the middle of the village. That one is so big, you don't know how many Yuan-Ti are hiding in there.
I see.
Near the outskirts of the village, where the Grippli keep their eggs, their nursery, you can see 6 medium-sized creatures walking around those.
You can.
I would say in the village, sorry, homes and storage. I'm basically jumping around just looking for any time it says there's Yuan-Ti. I would say there's at least 4 walking around currently. If you wait long enough, you can see them change places with another 4 coming out of that big religious center. So what did I say? There's 6 at the nursery, 4 inside the religious center, and 4 walking around.
Minimum 14.
That's the only ones you're aware of right now.
Okay, so a frontal assault would be very silly.
Unless they are far away from each other. You said the birthing ponds are
Um,
far away? Around the edge of the village?
So I'm trying to read the tiny text. They're on the south across the river.
So if we were able to get across the river, we can walk. They would have to cross the river. Is there a bridge? Doesn't that look like?
Mm-mm.
We could take out them and then run away into forest.
Yeah.
And if there are any surviving woman rocks, we can save them.
Are the Grippli like chained up? Are they like
They're so damaged they couldn't do anything to defend themselves, so there's no point.
okay? So they're just like really battered and stuff.
I mean,
What are
This-
they like being told to do?
Hmm.
Are they just being beaten up and stuff?
Some of them are being told to haul things like food into the religious center. Some you can see are repairing what looks to be like a totally different armor set, so you think it must be the Yuan-Ti's armor set being repaired by the Grippli. You do see one Grippli with a guard, with a Yuan-Ti guard, escort. They have just come from the nursery. The Grippli is carrying a basket full of big Grippli eggs. Some just have black dots in them, some appear to have little tadpoles in them. You watch as this Grippli is forced to set this basket down in front of the 4 Yuan-Ti at the religious center, and they enjoyed their lunch.
Yep. I knew that was coming.
Wow.
Oh. Maybe we can convince them to eat chicken eggs instead.
So it's about basically deciding who do you want to attack first, or do you want to go to the temple. I'm not trying to gloss over how sad this village is. But this is a perfect chance for us to actually end the episode and negotiate it off camera, and then we can just start the episode and get started. So, you guys were on just a quick quest to save a village of Gripplis. You were sent by Candlekeep. It is genuinely a mission. Like, it's genuinely a mission where there's bad things happening and you need to save good people. So now that you've kind of discovered kind of about how many enemies there are, what the enemies are, and what the terrain is, you guys can make some really good battle plans that will get drawn up. So, thank you for joining us on Downstairs and Dragons. We are going to see you next time in Quest 8 of Candlekeep Mysteries. Thank you.